introduction to what do you mean by business finance. Okay, that all we have seen. Okay, then the meaning and definition of financial management objectives we have seen, the approaches we have seen. Okay, investment decision, financing decision, and dividend policy, and finance and its relation with other functions and functions of finance manager that we have seen. Now we will start with the chapter number 2 or 3. I will tell you and we will start out of this anyone. Okay, the chapter number 2 or 3 that we are going to start in the next class. Okay, but just today we have overview of what we have covered till now in the chapter number 1 that we are going to see, and after that I will give you the demo to how to register on a Swayam portal that we are going to see in the at the end of this session. Okay, now we will see the contents of this chapter, like introduction to, like we have to see business finance, the financial management, what are the goals and objectives of financial management and the approaches, and the other, how the financial management is related with other function and the functions of finance manager that we have seen already. But this I will take an overview of this in today's session because it is the last and ending session. Today's chapter number 1 ends here, and I will start with the chapter number 2. Okay, finance is the starting point of every business. Okay, finance is the starting point of every economic activity or any business. Okay, it is called the science of money. Without adequate finance or without adequate capital, the enterprise will not going to be run. Okay, we are not able to start any business without finance. It is one of the basic need to start a business. The finance is required. The funds are required to start any business. Okay, we will say finance is the lifeblood of the business. Okay, of a business. Without finance neither any business can start or not successful will be run in the, means not it will be run successfully in the corporate world, you can say. Finance is required. Okay, without that you are not able to do. We will arrange the manpower, we will take a factory on a rent. Okay, we will, because of our image, but we are not able to get the raw material on, we have to spend money. Okay, we have to spend money, finance is required at any time. Okay, but other things we are able to manage, but finance we are not able to manage. We require the funds. Okay, anyhow, finance is needed to promote or establish business, to acquire fixed assets or develop products, encourage management to make progress and create values. Okay, if you have sufficient finance, then the if you have sufficient finance, you are able to purchase a fixed asset and develop a product. Okay, new product you can develop, and you can encourage management to take a decisions. Okay, take a decisions in the sense for the progress of our organization. Finance is sufficient in our business, then ultimately what happens, uh, the the management can take a decision. Okay, okay, management can take a decision to progress of our organization, or we are, means it will create the value for our organization. Finance may be defined as the position of money at the time it is wanted. Finance is a position of, like it is of money. Finance means money. Okay, what do you mean by finance? It is money required whenever we want it, that time the manager has to give money, you can say. Okay, just 1 minute. Okay, all of you are able to view my screen, students. Now we will
Yes, sir.
see the definition of business finance. Okay, business finance is concerned with estimating, planning and raising, utilizing, controlling and administering the funds used in the business. Okay, see here we are going to do what we are going to do in the business finance. We are concerned with the estimating how much funds are required by the organization in near future. Okay, at what time they required, we have to plan according to them, according to that our business needs, and we will raise the funds and we will utilize, and we will try to control while using the funds, and we will administer the funds where the organization is spending, or where we are making an expenditure, or we are making a revenue expenditure or capital expenditure. That all we have to see, that we have to administer the funds which we are going to use in the finance. Okay, Wheeler defines business finance as that business activity which is concerned with the acquisition and conservation of capital funds in in meeting the financial needs and overall objectives of business enterprise. See here, he will tell that like to to a business activity we require some funds, and we will conservation of capital, we have to minimize the use of funds whenever we have to meet the financial needs and try to achieve the overall objective of the organization. Okay, business finance can be concerned with the planning, raising, controlling and administering of funds, okay, which we are going to use for the business. Okay, this will be the finance the it deals with the, like we are going to deal with the capital market, money market, financial instrument and regulatory authorities and foreign exchange market. Okay, why say see here, finance is required means we are going to deal in capital market. When we have registered our company, listed our company on a capital market, then we have to deal with the capital market, and we require short term funds immediately. We are concerned, we are going to enter in the capital money market also. We will use different types of instruments, fundraising instruments like equity shares, debentures, that all we are going to use in, okay, in a finance. Okay, this is all about the business finance. Now next we are going to see here basic functions of finance, like to determine the total capital requirement, okay, to decide the source from which the required capital to be collected, to utilize the funds collected in a purposeful and productive manner. See here, these are the basic functions we have to follow in the finance department. These are the basic functions, these three functions. We will have to determine the total capital requirement of the organization. Like again, I will tell you, like when you are registering your company under Companies Act 1956, you have to give, while registering, your authorized capital. Authorized capital means in the lifetime of the organization of the company, you are going to raise that maximum amount of capital. Like my authorized, the ABC Limited company's authorized capital is 1000 crore. 1000 crore life, in the lifetime of the company they're going to raise that much amount, not more than that. Okay, today they require only 100 crores or 1 crore today they require, but in future they require 1000 crores. That is authorized capital. You have to determine, like they have to determine how much they require, how much funds they require in the future, and at what time, at what particular point of their growth stage, how much funds they require, that they have to, we have to determine that, finance manager. Okay, to decide the source from which the required capital to be collected, like from which source we have to collect the capital. Like we are going to collect the capital from equity source, or we can apply for bank loan, we can use the debt instruments, we will issue debentures, we will issue preference shares. Okay, we will issue corporate deposits. Okay, commercial papers we are issuing, money market instruments. That all we have to decide that from which source we have to raise the funds, and we have to utilize whatever funds we have collected for purposeful and productive manner. We have to utilize the funds for why we have collected, for our expansion, use the funds for expansion only, or use the funds for productive purpose, to upgrading the technology, or purchasing new machine, or establishment of new plant. Okay, you can spend the funds for productive expenses. Productive expenses means purchasing a raw material, it is a good. If you are purchasing good, means huge quantity of raw material, you are going to get a discount, and ultimately your product quality will be improved if you are purchasing a good quality material. Okay, that will be there. You have to use the funds in a productive manner, means for the productive purpose you have to use the funds. Okay, see this is the organization of finance function. Finance head will be there, the finance head will be there, the finance department and account department. In finance department we are going to make like cash budget, we are going to prepare credit, how much credit we are going to get, and we are going to prepare a budgets also. We are going to see in receipts and payments of whatever we are going to collect, that we are going to see in the cash. And in the credit, in the credit we are going to see how much credit we are going to get from buyer, and how much credit we are going to give to supplier. We have some budgets also for our functioning. Okay, then the accounts department, Accounts department, definitely they're going to look into that, how much expenses, how much bill we have to pay, how much we have to get from the buyers. And taxation, we have to see that how much tax we have to pay to the government, that they're going to see. And internal audit we are going to make in a our organization, you can say. Internal audit we are going to make in our organization, that will be there in the finance function, you can say, in organization of finance function. Okay, next we will see what do you mean by financial management. Okay, financial management is the management of finance function. Okay, whatever three functions we have seen, basic three functions. Okay, determining total amount of capital, finding out the source of funds from which we have to raise the funds. Okay, and we have to utilize the funds. We have to manage this all the activities, that is known as financial management. Financial activities which are related to the procurement of funds and controlling the funds is the finance management. Okay, procurement of funds and controlling the funds, from how from which source we have to procure a fund. Okay, if you are procuring fund, there is a cost you are going to incur. We will see that from which source we have to raise the funds, which will give you a low cost to raise the funds, and at the same time it will give you benefits also. You have to look into that, which from which source, how you have to procure, from which source you have to get the funds, that you are going to do. Okay, and you have to control the funds. While utilization of funds also, you have to see that like we will use these funds for a productive manner, and it will achieve our goal. Okay, see here, it will achieve our goal means objectives of organization, it will be achieved. Like we have to spend on a productive purpose while utilizing fund. If we are deviating from our objective, then we have to stop using the funds, that we can do in the financial while controlling the funds. Okay, financial management is a part of business management which is concerned with the planning and controlling of firm financial resources. We are concerned about in financial management the financial resources, how we have to utilize the financial resources, and we have to control while utilizing the financial resources for unproductive purpose we are utilizing, we have to control that. Okay, that will be there in the financial management. Okay, now next, financial management is an area of financial decision making, harmonizing individual motives and enterprise goal. Okay, see here, the financial management, the financial decision making, like here we have to take a decisions. Okay, to go for the project or not. Okay, particular project is there, we can go with that project or not, we have to decide that. Harmonizing individual motives and organization goal, here we try to correlate this organization goal and individual goals. If individual goals and organizational goals are similar one, means which are matching to each other, then only the employees work to achieve their personal goal as well as the organization goal. Financial management is concerned with the efficient use of an important economic resources, namely capital, funds. Okay, this is given by Solomon. Means that here we have to use the whatever economic resources are available, means economic resources means funds are available, we have to use that funds in a particular way, in an efficient way to while utilizing the funds, we have to concern about that we don't have to make a unproductive expenses, we have to make always make a productive expenses, we have to see into that. Okay, next we are going to see the objectives of financial management. Okay, the main objective is to use business funds in a such a way that the minimum earning earnings are maximized. Through the various alternatives, the decision making process is to be done. The pros and cons of the decision turns into the commercial strategies for the business, which helps to achieve the goal, maximization of owners' economic welfare. Okay, this one of the basic objective of the financial management is to, first objective of financial management, profit maximizing. Sorry, objective is a, just 1 minute. This objective of the financial management to increase the earnings, you can say. Okay, the main aim is to use business fund in a such a way that the earnings are maximized. Whatever earnings we are going to earn regularly or every yearly, that should be maximized. This is one of the objectives why we are doing a business, to make a profit. Through various alternatives of decision making process to be done, like we have seen the various alternatives how we are going to increase our earnings, and from which source while raising funds, while raising funds, how from which source we have to raise the funds, and how we, where we have to utilize the funds for a productive purpose only we have to raise the funds. And we will see the pros and cons of decisions, okay, turn into a commercial strategies for the business. We will develop a strategies on that basis of pros and cons of the utilization of funds. Okay, then we will try to achieve the organization goal, and we will always try to maximize the owner's economic welfare. Economic welfare means financial welfare, maximization of financial welfare, that we are going to see, that we are going to do in the financial management. This is one of the objective of financial management. This goal can be achieved, these goals can be achieved if you are doing, if you are utilizing the funds in a productive manner, and your earnings, always you try your earnings will be maximized. Okay, see here, unproductive expenses we are minimizing, means ultimately what happens, we are using funds for productive purpose only. For productive purpose only we are using funds, ultimately we are trying to increase our profit, or we try to increase our earnings, you can, this we can achieve, this objective we can achieve, means we will achieve this objective while use of funds, business funds, how we have to utilize, that we have to
Hello,
decide. And ultimately every time we have watch
Chota.
and we will see that all alternative ways of utilization of funds, we will see that, then we will decide on a particular way of utilization of funds. Okay, next we will see goals of financial management, like profit maximization, it is one of the goal. Okay, profit maximization is related to maximization of earning per share, economic efficiency we have to increase, performance measurement we have to do. Okay, profit profit ensures maximum welfare to the shareholders. I already told you profit maximization is related to maximization of earning per share of the firm. Okay, increase in profitability is one of the foremost concern of every business organization, and involves various procedures and methods of maximizing profit. Like we, if you want to increase the profit, you will use various methods to increase the profit. And like if you want to increase the confidence of management, if you are making good decisions, if you are making availability of funds on time, then only the management will get a confidence to go for expansion, or to go for increase the value of our organization in the corporate. They will do that. Profit is one of the benchmark, okay, of operational efficiency. Okay, and it reflects in business decision and policies. If our profit is maximized, then if our profit is maximizing, then it will reflects in business decision makings. Always the management will try to increase the profit, and while taking decision also, in a particular way they were going to take a decision to increase the profits. And we will try to use efficient use of funds as per the requirement. Whenever funds are required, we are going to use that funds. Okay, these are the one of the goal of a financial management, profit maximization. Okay, now we will see the next objective, that is the next goal of the financial management, that is wealth maximization. Wealth maximization, we always try to increase in profit, we try to increase the profit. Okay, then only, see here, if we are increasing the value or increasing the profit of the organization, ultimately the value of the share in the market, it will going to be increased. Okay, we try to reduce the cost while purchasing any raw material or while making any expenses, we always try to reduce the expenses. Okay, judicious choice of funds, like we have to take a have a choice of funds from how we have to utilize that, and we always try to minimize the risk. Okay, and it will be achieved in the long run only, the wealth maximization. Wealth maximization guides the management in a framing a consistent strong dividend policy to reach max returns to the shareholders. Okay, we always try that we have a consistent dividend policy. Okay, regularly we are giving dividend, ultimately we are going to achieve this wealth maximization objective, or wealth maximization goal. If like regularly we are giving dividend, the shareholders will going to invest in our organization, definitely we are going to achieve our wealth maximization, one of the goal. Okay, now we will see the scope of financial management. There are two approaches. Okay, that is a traditional approach and modern approach. Financial management has undergone significant changes over the years, and in its scope and coverage. Broadly, it has two approach, like traditional and modern. I have told you previously there is only one approach, that is traditional approach. Okay, all were following this traditional approach. Okay, like previously, traditional approach says that the procurement of funds you have to concern. In traditional approach, the finance functions was related as a narrow sense. The finance manager was treated just provider of funds when organization was in need. Okay, whenever the organization was in need, you have to provide the funds. You have to don't ask how well they were utilizing the funds, and they have the finance manager have no role in decision making for utilization of funds, where our organization is utilizing the funds. He not having any role, the finance manager. As this approach follows, okay, as this approach following aspects include the scope, in the scope, estimating the requirement of funds, we have seen arrangement of funds for financial institutions. Okay, we have to arrangements of funds we have to do from financial institution, from which financial institution we have to raise the funds, that we have to make the arrangement. That funds through financial instruments, firstly we have seen institutions, from which institution we have to raise. We have to raise the fund from which financial instruments. Instruments are equity share. Equity is one of the instrument, financial instrument. Debentures is instrument. Loans are instrument. Preference shares are instrument. Okay, there are different types of instruments through which we can raise the funds. These are our instruments. Looking after the accounting and legal work connected with the raising of funds, that we are doing only, but we are not going to play any role in the utilization of funds. In modern approach, finance manager or financial management views in a broad sense and provides a commercial and analytical framework for financial decision making. Okay, here this in this modern approach, we they given some wider view, okay, broader view. Okay, in like we are concerned with the we are concerned with the acquisition of funds as well as effective utilization of funds. Okay, we are concerned with the acquisition of funds, like from which source, from which instrument we have to use. Okay, that we have to decide and we have to acquire the funds, and we are playing an important role in utilization of funds only. Like in this approach, we have to take a three decisions, you can say. Okay, according to this approach, it includes three major problems related to financial operation of funds. Means we have to take a three decisions under this approach, like investment decision, financing decision, and dividend policy decision. Okay, investment decision, it may be like you want to go for any investments decisions, like long term investment decision or short term investment decision. You have to think of that, like if we are purchasing if we are going to have a long term investment decisions, like we want to purchase a particular asset, or we want to accept any project, which is like project acceptance, means we are going to accept any project for 10 years. We have to supply the particular goods to them, and we have good orders from them, like next 10 years we have orders. Okay, that investment decision we have to take. If we are accepted the offer, how much expenses investment we have to make, and how much returns we are going to get. In long run, he has to take a decision. In short run also he has to take a decision. Okay, investment decisions, like we are going to upgrading the technology. After upgradation, how much benefits we are going to get, the quality of the product will going to improve, the cost will going to save. That particular decisions, investment decisions. Okay, while making any capital expenditure, he has to take a decision. It is beneficial for the organization or for the company, yes or no, he has to take a decisions. Okay, that's the reason there is a technique like capital budgeting decisions. He has to take capital budgeting decisions, he has to take. When we are going to see the chapter number 4 or 3, that time I'm going to tell you what do you mean by capital budgeting. Capital budgeting means simple. You want to spend 1 crore rupees today, means next 10 years you have good order, that reason you are spending 1 crore rupees today. And every year suppose you are going to get a 20 lakhs or 30 lakhs per year, means next 30 years you are going to get 30 lakhs, means 10 into 30, 30 lakhs means you are going to get a 3 crores. 1 crore today you are spending, and 3 crores you are getting after 10 years, means regularly you are getting, it is good for you. This investment decision he has to take, that is known as capital budgeting. And the short term decisions, to meet the requirements of the organization, day-to-day requirements of the organization. Okay, it is short-term decisions to fulfilling the needs of working capital requirements. Working capital requirements for day-to-day business needs properly we have to manage. Like whenever the supplier asks you for your payments, creditors ask you for your payments within a, he has given you 15 days credit or 1 month credit. To meet these expenses, short term decision we have to take. Okay, we have to arrange the funds to make payment on time. Okay, that we are going to see in the investment decisions. Okay, next we are going to see the financing decision. The financing decision is the second strategy of second approach, second decision of the financial management. like uh, we have seen the investment strategy, we have to take a short term or long term decisions. Okay, here we have to take a decisions for the financing any of the policy, any of the assets you can say. Okay, the risk, the financing risk, if you are purchasing risk, if you are purchasing particular asset, how much risk is there. This financing decision is referred to the measurement of the risk, you can say. This refers to the financial risk while taking the decision. Okay, the it will not going to happen like we, if we are taking a this is financing decision, then ultimately we are going to go for means in future if it is fails, we are going for insolvent, or we are not able to pay the particular dues, then we means our we are going to close down the company. That particular financing decision he has to take. Okay, this is a secondly strategy of financial management. Firstly is investment, secondly is the financing decision. Okay, it is defined like a financing decision, whenever the funds are required by the organization. See here, I require 10 lakh rupees immediately. Like he has to decide that we have to raise the funds from which source financing. Like we have to issue equity shares, or we have to issue debt in the capital structure, in the capital of the business. Like I have 10 lakh rupees is my capital. Out of this 10 lakh rupees, 5 lakh, 6 lakh is from equity source, and 4 lakh is from debt, means bank loan or debentures. Means on bank loan on debentures I have to pay regularly interest. On a equity source of funds like 6 lakh rupees, I have to pay, if I earn a good amount of profit, I have to pay dividend. Otherwise I'm not going to pay dividend. This particular financing decision, like in 10 lakh rupees, 6 lakh is the equity capital and 4 lakhs is the debt capital. Debt capital means bank loan I have taken or debentures I have issued. On debentures and bank loan, regularly I have to pay interest at every end of the year. Means that 40% and 60%, 60% percent is equity in my capital structure, in my capital, and 40% is debt in my capital. You got me? You got my point, students? Financing decisions,
Yes, sir.
10 lakh rupees are required. Equity is a 60%, 6 lakhs, and debt is a 40%. Means if you are earn a profit in your organization in particular year, you have to pay 4 lakhs, pay 10%, whatever the percentage of you have decided, you have taken loan, that much interest you have to pay at anyhow. You got this point, the financing decision. Next, we are going to see the dividend policy decision. Dividend policy decision is one of the another important decision. It needs to be taken by finance manager. Okay, these decisions are closely relating to financing decisions. Okay, these are decisions are closely relating to financing decision. If in our capital structure the debt means debentures or a bank loan is less, then we have to pay less amount as a interest. Then remaining amount we are able to use as a dividend. Okay, to distribute dividend to equity shareholders. Okay, okay, we have to decide the dividend policy in such a way that a regular dividend we have to give to shareholders. Okay, the firm should keep all profit, but also firm should keeps all profit, means firm should keep some general reserves from the profit, and at the same time they have to distribute dividend among shareholders. That particular policy he has to develop. Okay, the policy development means if you are earning some amount, this much profit you have earned, like in the year 2019, 20 or 2021, you have earned 10 lakh rupees. Means 1 lakh rupees, suppose you have earned profit, you have earned 1 lakh rupees. 20,000 rupees you have spent, you have given as a interest to debt instruments. Then whatever the 80,000 rupees, out of that 80,000 rupees, 30,000 you have kept as a general reserve, 50,000 rupees you have to distribute as a dividend. The policy, the percentage of dividend, how much you are going to distribute, that you have to decide. The policy you have to frame. Like profit is earned by the company 1 lakh rupees, general reserves are 30% on whatever the interest we have to pay, and we have to give dividend at a 5%, 8%, whatever maybe you are going to decide. That particular decision you have to take. Okay, that particular decision, dividend policy decision. Okay, and regular dividend we have to pay to shareholders, then and only we are able to achieve the second goal of our financial management, that is wealth maximization. You getting my point, students?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
these are the finances in relation with other discipline, like we are related to economics, the forecasting of our demand in the market. The economic department will going to help you. The accounting department will going to help you whenever you have to make a payments and all that. The production department will going to help you whenever they require any funds, or they require any material to be purchased, or they require any particular expertise, or they help in we have a good relation with them to have a particular employee to be appointed in a production department. The human resource department also gives you some guidelines, the legality of about the employees, those who are working in the organization. They have to file the particular reports also, and they have to give a training to the employees. The continuous training definitely will going to help you to improve our productivity in the organization. The efficiency of the labor will, or employees will going to improve if we are giving a training to them. Okay, proper way of training, that they're going to, means whenever they want any funds for a training purpose, they come to finance department, they will ask, they will get a sanction from finance department. Like marketing department also going to help you. Marketing department is the only one source to get a revenues for the organization. That's the reason we always have a good contact with marketing department. Okay, all departments are making expenses, but the marketing department, only one department, they're going to generate revenues. Okay, this is one of the source. If the marketing department is not strong, then whatever we are doing, we are not able to achieve our objective, like profit maximization. Marketing department always has to be performing very well, and it is good. If it is good, then only we are going to achieve our objective, profit maximization. Research development department, they are going to have a contact with us, like whenever they require any research activity, for research activity, any funds they require to purchase any machine, or do any research, they always ask, or they always have a connection, or they always have a relation with the finance department. The material department, whenever they want to purchase raw materials, they have a relation with us, we can say. Now now I will go to directly how to register on Swayam portal, because already we have seen all these points. Just for you, I will have a demo. Okay, students, all of you are able to hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See here, swayam.gov.in. This is a website. Just I will share. Just 1 minute. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, all of you are able to this my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Swayam.gov.in. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
On this, after going to the website, you have to sign in or register. Okay. You got the screen. Then what you have to do? Sign up. You don't have an account, see here. If you have an account, directly go click here on a Google, then you are going to get in your Google Gmail account. If you don't have your account, then sign up. Just 1 minute. Then click on sign up. Okay. Tell me anyone, any of the one students, their name, username which they want to be. Students, their username for anyone. I will give you a demo. Okay. After that, you have to verify your email. If you want to know this much, you have to write your username and set a password, and confirm the password and register email. Okay, which is Gmail, maybe Gmail. Then verification, we have to send to verification code. It will send this Swayam portal, and we have to verify the Gmail. Then we are able to create our account. You got the student this how to register on Swayam portal. Students, it is clear this much. Hello.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hello. Sign up you have to
Yes,
do.
sir.
How we are doing a Gmail sign up? Likewise, Swayam portal sign up we have to do. Okay. See here, my account is already registered on this. Just I will click on Google this side, left hand side. Just 1 minute. Okay. See here, my account is automatically logged in. Okay, mahesh.mankal@gmail.com. Okay, I will select all courses. In course category, I have selected all. See here, after that, there are different types of courses: animation, okay, research methodology and statistical, agriculture policy, social process behavior, okay, basic French, academic writing, academic research, accounting, accountancy 11 12. See here, which we required that we have to go for that particular course. Okay, this course also they have mentioned like 12 weeks, 4 weeks, how many weeks this course will going to run, at what time it will going to start. Okay, they have all mentioned. Like for us, I will, for finance student, I will write one course, security. Just 1 minute. Research. Okay, we got this course, securitization portfolio management, JP Singh, and it is a IIT Roorkee. The professor is from IIT Roorkee. It is 12 weeks course. Okay, it will start on 26th July, and enrollment last date is 24th. Sorry, enrollment last date is 2nd August, and exam date is 24th October 2021. Students, if you have to click on this course. Just 1 minute. Just have clicked on that. Okay. There are learners enrolled, 772 learners are enrolled. You have to join. When you are joined on this, you have to mention the college name, local chapter. See here, these details you have to write. All of you are able to view my screen, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes,
yes,
sir.
Yes.
sir.
You are a student, instead of faculty you can write a students, and a part of Swayam portal local chapter S. Then in state of Maharashtra, college name you have to select. Okay. Okay, you have to select a college name, then only we are able to track. It's clear, students? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anything else, any problem in this? Just firstly you have to do a sign up. How we are making a Google sign up or Gmail sign up, sorry. Likewise, you have to make a sign up, then only you are able to enroll for the particular course. Okay, your account will be created, then you are able to enroll for the particular course. Okay, students, anyone have any doubts in this, how to register for that? And again I will tell
Sir,
you.
hello,
Yes,
sir.
tell me. Yeah, tell me.
Uh, सर कोर्स कितने ड्यूरेशन का लेना है? 12 weeks, 4
See
weeks?
here, 4 weeks, 2 weeks. Again, there is a points. Just I will tell you. Again, I will show you. See, this is a 15 weeks course. One of the course, animation. Okay. As same way, I will go for security analysis for finance. Just 1 minute. Okay. This is a 12 weeks course. Just I have clicked on the course. See here, they have mentioned the credit points are 3. Okay, credit points means we are
Yes,
like
sir.
financial management for generic core subjects. Generic core, 4 subject, 201 to 204. These are 3 credit courses. Okay, and ACIL it is 2 credit courses. But I will suggest you whichever course which is suit for you, for your specialization, or you want to do your career in the particular field, you can go for that course. And there are 2 subjects we have in our MBA: ACIL 1, ACIL 2 for specialization electives, internal subjects, means IL level subjects. For these 2 IL level subjects, all of you have to register for 2 courses. Okay, one for particular subject. You getting my point? And the
सर दोन
yes,
मुक्स घ्यायचे तर ते कुठले घ्यायचे म्हणजे मार्केटिंग आणि फायनान्स घ्यायचे का दोन्ही फायनान्सच घ्यायचे आमचं आता
you
फायनान्स
can select,
स्पेशलायझेशन
you can decide on your specialization, which specialization you have taken.
सर
Hello,
फायनान्स सर
finance. Then
फायनान्स
go
Sir,
for
finance.
financial management subject, two courses. Okay, this is one of the security analysis courses, and another is you can say the advanced accountancy or corporate finance.
म्हणजे सर
Okay,
फायनान्स मधलेच दोन घ्यायचे म्हणजे
हो फायनान्स मधलेच दोन घ्यायचे म्हणजे तुमच्या स्पेशलायझेशनला तो सब्जेक्ट इलेक्टिव्ह जो आहे ना तो
हा
स्पेशलायझेशनचा आहे कोर कोर स्पेशलायझेशनचा
ओके
मग कोर स्पेशलायझेशन तुम्ही कोरवालेच घ्यायला पाहिजे ना तुमच्या कोरचे सब्जेक्ट रिलेटेड आता नेक्स्ट
हो
सेमिस्टर
सर आलं लक्षात.
in third semester and fourth semester you are allowed to go for minor specialization. That time we will decide it out, but firstly you have to go with the two courses which are relating to your specialization. Okay,
येस सर
it's clear
समजलं सर येस सर
students? Firstly sign
Yes,
up
sir. Yes.
yourself, then enroll for the course. While enrolling you can write a name. ज्वाइन करने के बाद वहां पे कॉलेज का पूरा नाम लिखो, ये दिखेगा कब तक है सब आपको दिखेगा, इस प्रकार से यू हैव टू कंप्लीट द कोर्स. And again you want means after for certification at the end of this course you have to give exam, online exam. Okay, एग्जाम डेट दिखा है ना इधर इधर पूरा डिटेल्स में उन्होंने बोला है कौन से पॉइंट्स दे आर गोइंग टू कवर, विच आर द रेफरेंस बुक्स. ओके, क्राइटेरिया फॉर getting certificate, what may the criteria to pass the examination, how much minimum score you have to score, 40%, 40 marks out of 100 you have to score. And they were again in that also there is a criteria like whatever the assignment from of each of the week end, like ये 12 weeks का है, each of the end of the week they are going to give a MCQ types of questions they are going to ask you have to write that, means each week के लिए आपका प्रोग्रेस भी होगा, प्रोग्रेस भी you are going to monitor that every week. टेस्ट देना है आपको वीकली, ऐसे 12 वीक्स के टेस्ट देना है. आउट ऑफ द 12 वीक्स 10 weeks score, maximum score they were going to consider for out of 25, whatever score you score average of 10 MCQs score they're going to do average for examination. Again online examination 75 क्वेश्चन 75% वेटेज रहेगा, उसको 100 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन रहेगा, 100 मार्क्स का पेपर रहेगा, लेकिन इट इज वेट फॉर the weightage is 75% and it will out of the 75 you have to miss weightage out of 100 MCQ types of question you have to score 40 questions, means solve correctly, then only you are going to get a certificate. This all students have to do this. Okay students, anyone have any doubts?
सर दुसरा एक स्पेशल हे सांगा ना सर मुक्स फायनान्स साठी.
फायनान्स साठी दुसरा एक आपण सर्चच करू इथे, ठीक आहे.
हा म्हणजे जनरली जो उपयोगाला येईल पुढे जाऊन.
भरपूर अशा आता तरी ही दिस इज अ स्टार्ट आहे, आता तरी सुरू झालेत. आपल्याला 31 ऑगस्ट पर्यंत कोर्सेस येणार आहेत नवीन नवीन. यू कॅन रजिस्टर मेनी कोर्सेस वेन हाऊ मच यू वॉन्ट. आता कॉर्पोरेट फायनान्स मी सांगतो, कॉर्पोरेट फायनान्स पण आहे.
कारण सर ते सर्च केलं की त्यात भरपूर कोर्सेस येतात.
नाही नाही मी करतो ना. corporate finance, corporate tax planning, these are relating to finance. Okay, CSR, अमर सरांचा जो आपला सब्जेक्ट आहे ना त्या रिलेटेड करायचं तर करू शकता तुम्ही. यू कॅन डू, बट इट्स युअर लाईक इट इज 8 weeks course. Corporate finance is a 8 weeks course. See, 8 weeks course is there, 8 weeks. See, it is a 2 credit. Credit points are 2 and it will start 26 July, end 17 September, exam date 26 September. Okay, 8 weeks means 8 assignments असतील तुम्हाला. Okay, see here financing decision cost. See, we have seen financing decision, what I have told you, investment decision, financing decision, or dividend payout decision, means dividend policy decisions. Okay, this is also beneficial for you. Okay, it's clear. आणि
फायनान्स स्पेशलायझेशन जर कंपल्सरी फायनान्स सेक्शन मधले 2 मुक्स घ्यायचे
हो
कंप्लीट करायचे त्या
करायचे.
सेमिस्टरला.
हो येस येस. तसं क्रॉस फंक्शनल पण करू शकता, बट आय विल सजेस्ट go for
Yes, sir.
your specialization. You can do anything, any courses, but I will suggest to go according to your specialization.
Yes, sir.
Okay, clear.
Got it,
हा
sir.
एक्झाम ह्याला एक्झाम फी 1000 रुपये आहे, 1000 रुपीज. ॲडिशनल सर्टिफिकेशन दिस
कसं म्हणजे काही
दिस
फ्री आहेत आणि काही पेड आहेत का सर?
पेड, सर्व पेडच आहेत, कुठलंही फ्री नाही आहे. बट यू वॉन्ट टू गिव्ह एक्झामिनेशन, देन यू हॅव टू पे एक्झामिनेशन फी, अदरवाइज इट इज फ्री.
ओके. क्रेडिटसाठी फीज भरायची आहे.
हां, फक्त क्रेडिटसाठी आणि सर्टिफिकेट पाहिजे आपल्याला करायचं असेल तर फी भरायची. आणि ते आपण काय 1000 रुपीज इज नॉट मोर बिग अमाऊंट.
Yes,
or
sir.
already working in a
ऑनलाईन आहे एक्झामिनेशन,
corporation?
हे ऑनलाईनच होणार आहे जे एक्झामिनेशन. ठीक है, एनीथिंग एल्स?
ठीक आहे.
शुभम,
सर ज्वाइन करने के बाद थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है सर.
ज्वाइन करने के बाद प्रॉब्लम, अभी ये जो कोर्स है ना स्टार्ट होगा 26 जुलाई को.
अच्छा.
वो तभी चालू होगा, उसके पहले वो शुरू नहीं करेंगे. समझ गए?
नहीं अभी सर ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं क्या? नहीं सर.
ज्वाइन कर सकते हो, लेकिन आप जो ज्वाइन कर सकते हो ये काउंट बढ़ेगा. इधर इधर किधर है 1862 काउंट्स है ना, लर्नर्स इनरोल. आप इनरोल करोगे आपका काउंट बढ़ेगा. मैं अभी इनरोल कर देता हूँ. ठीक है.
सर इधर जो एरिया है ना सर, कॉमर्स एंड मैनेजमेंट है ना सर, उधर सर हमारा जो स्पेशलाइजेशन नहीं दिखा रहा है सर.
स्पेशलाइजेशन नहीं दिखा रहा है ना, ठीक है. आपको कौन सा, आपका स्पेशलाइजेशन कौन सा है बेटा? ऑपरेशन.
ऑपरेशन. नहीं सर मैं कोर्स सिलेक्ट किया, बट उधर
कोर्स कैटेगरी में ना, सुनो मेरी बात, ये तो अभी स्टार्टिंग के कोर्स हुए हैं. उन्होंने इनरोल मीन्स अप्रूवल दिए कोर्सेज को, इतने कोर्सेज को. अभी जुलाई तक अप्रूवल देने वाले हैं वो कोर्सेज, डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ कोर्सेज को, और बढ़ेंगे कोर्सेज. ठीक, देखो बी माधवन ऑपरेशन मैनेजमेंट का कोर्स है 6 वीक का, दिख रहा है क्या?
हाँ सर. हाँ
अभी इसमें देखने के ये इसमें जाने के बाद जस्ट 1 मिनट, अभी ये 2 क्रेडिट का है. ओके, ये कर सकते हो आप. ओके, 6 वीक्स का कोर्स है. 31 जुलाई को शुरू होगा, 30 अक्टूबर को क्लोज होगा. 808 इनरोलमेंट्स है अभी तक इस कोर्स को. ओके, क्लियर?
हाँ सर.
बी
नहीं
माधवन.
सर, एक्चुअली मैं कोर्स सिलेक्ट किया, बट जब मैं फॉर्म फिलअप कर रहा हूँ ना सर, तो उस टाइम पे मुझे थोड़ा इधर इंस्टीट्यूट का नाम डालने के बाद सर इधर
इंस्टीट्यूट का नाम मैं अभी और एक बार दिखाता हूँ. सुनो, अभी मैं मेरा नाम डाल देता हूँ पूरा. ऐसे कितने भी कोर्सेज आप इनरोल कर सकते हो. आप यहाँ स्टूडेंट्स या फैकल्टी कर सकते हो, स्टूडेंट सिलेक्ट कर सकते हो. मैंने करता हूँ अभी. ठीक है. ओके, यहाँ पे पार्ट ऑफ स्वयं लोकल चैप्टर, यहाँ पे यस करना है. यस करने के बाद यहाँ पे स्टेट महाराष्ट्र सिलेक्ट करना है, और कॉलेज देखो, इंटरनेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट साइंस, इंटरनेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट साइंस पुणे महाराष्ट्र, ये सिलेक्ट करना है. ओके, सिलेक्ट एरिया, आई विल राइट कॉमर्स एंड मैनेजमेंट. डिपार्टमेंट आई विल राइट बिजनेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, और ये 2 क्लिक करना है, सेव करना है, आप ज्वाइन हो जाओगे.
सर ये जो अभी रोल नंबर डालने के बाद सर डिग्री जो आया ना सर,
हाँ हाँ,
देख जाइए
रोल नंबर नहीं डाला है हमने इधर. किधर रोल नंबर डाला है?
सर नीचे.
हाँ
सर इधर हम कॉलेज का नाम डालते हैं ना सर,
इधर पहले
उसके
यस
नीचे
करना है, लोकल चैप्टर.
कॉलेज स्कूल रोल नंबर डालते हैं ना सर,
हाँ,
उसके बाद जो
रोल नंबर
डिग्री
नहीं
है
डालना है
ना
इधर. रोल नंबर किधर डालना है बेटा?
सर इधर आता है इंस्टीट्यूट का नाम डालने के बाद.
नहीं, इंस्टीट्यूट का नाम डालने के बाद जो होता है रोल नंबर आपका एग्जाम, अपना ये जो रोल नंबर होगा ना इसका,
हाँ.
हमने जो दिया है वो रोल नंबर डालो तो भी चलेगा.
हाँ सर, उसके बाद डिग्री बोल
नहीं,
के
अभी
आता
मैं
है
और
सर.
एक बार ये स्टूडेंट्स करके करता हूँ. ठीक है, तुम्हारे लिए. ओके, नो इशू. कॉलेज का रोल नंबर और डिग्री ये भी आता है इधर. ये करो, ऐसे करो.
हाँ सर,
ठीक है, कोई
उधर
दिक्कत
सर
नहीं.
डिग्री कॉमर्स एंड मैनेजमेंट लिखा है सर, उसके नीचे वो
कौन सा?
डिपार्टमेंट नहीं आता है सर.
नहीं, डिपार्टमेंट आ रहा है ना इधर, मैं दिखा रहा हूँ ना, अभी आ रहा है ना बेटा.
आप सर एक्चुअली मेरा स्पेशलाइजेशन अलग है ना सर.
ठीक है, दूसरा कोई भी ले लो, ऑपरेशन बी करो, बीटेक करो, ऑदर्स करो, ऑदर्स करो, ऑदर्स करो, ये अभी ठीक है, ऐसे कर सकते हो। ये इनरोल सेव करना है तो हो जाएगा वो, ठीक है। ये कॉलेज का नाम बराबर सिलेक्ट करो तो ये वो बराबर आएगा, ठीक है। नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू एंड द मीटिंग बिकॉज द नेक्स्ट क्लास इज गोइंग टू बी at 11 o'clock. Okay, now I am going to end the meeting. Just one minute, give me a second, I will download the
Yes, sir. सर हे सर्टिफिकेट पण ऑनलाईनच येणार का सर?
हो, ऑनलाईनच ऑनलाईनच
आणि
ऑनलाईन
ते कॉलेजला सबमिट करायचंय
हां
आणि ते कॉलेजला सबमिट करायचंय.
हो, रिस्पेक्टिव्ह कोऑर्डिनेटर.
ठीक आहे सर.
तुम्हाला पहिलेच सांगितलंय कोणाला सबमिट करायचं ते. ओके,
येस सर.
बट यू कॅन